Cliff Richard, born Harry Roger Webb on October 14, 1940 in Lucknow, India, is one of the most iconic figures in British music. His family returned to England in 1948, just after India gained independence, where he grew up amidst the challenges of post-war Britain. From a young age, Cliff developed a deep love for music, especially American rock and roll, influenced by legends like Elvis Presley and Little Richard. This passion laid the foundation for his future in music. In 1958, Cliff burst onto the music scene with his debut single, Move It, a song now considered the first true British rock and roll track. It not only marked the start of his career, but also established him as the UK's answer to Elvis Presley. Cliff and his band, The Shadows, became household names, releasing a string of hits that defined the 1960s musical landscape. The rise of Cliff Richard, defining British rock and roll. By the late 1950s and early 1960s, Cliff Richard, along with The Shadows, became a significant force in British rock and roll. Their energetic performances and chart-topping singles like Living Doll and The Young Ones made Cliff a teen idol and a key figure in the cultural revolution that swept across the UK. Even as musical trends evolved, Cliff's relevance remained steadfast. As the Beatles emerged, many stars faded, but Cliff adapted, maintaining his clean-cut image while expanding his musical style. By the late 1960s, he embraced a softer sound with hits like Congratulations, which earned him a second-place finish at the 1968 Eurovision Song Contest. His versatility allowed him to shift from rock and roll to pop ballads, and his ability to reinvent himself kept him a beloved figure in music for decades to come. Cliff's spiritual journey and musical longevity. Cliff Richard's ability to evolve musically was paired with a profound personal transformation. His conversion to Christianity in the mid-1960s. His newfound faith became a defining element of his career, influencing several of his later gospel albums and shaping his music with a sense of purpose and morality. Throughout his career, Cliff remained grounded in his values, choosing to prioritize spirituality over the chaos of the entertainment industry. This combination of faith and artistry allowed him to maintain an unblemished reputation in an industry often associated with scandal and excess. His commitment to his beliefs and his passion for music earned him respect not only from fans, but from fellow musicians as well. Despite the challenges of fame, Cliff remained a symbol of perseverance and dedication, and his legacy continues to inspire both established and aspiring artists. Cliff Richard's record-breaking success and personal achievements. Over the course of his remarkable career, Cliff Richard has sold more than 250 million records worldwide, making him one of the best-selling artists of all time. He is the only artist to have had a top 5 hit in the UK in every decade, from the 1950s to the 2010s. This extraordinary feat is a testament to his adaptability and enduring appeal. Cliff's career has been marked by both musical and personal achievements. In 1995, he was knighted by Queen Elizabeth II, becoming Sir Cliff Richard, the first rock star to receive such an honor. His musical accomplishments were recognized through numerous awards, including Ivor Novello honors and Brit Awards. However, it was Cliff's consistency, humility, and generosity that truly set him apart, earning him respect not just as a musician, but as a person who embodied grace and professionalism. Cliff Richard's personal life. A life of faith and privacy. Cliff Richard has always been a private man, preferring to keep his personal life out of the spotlight despite his decades of fame. He never married, choosing instead to focus on his music, his friendships, and his faith. Throughout his career, Cliff divided his time between homes in the UK, Barbados, and Portugal, where he sought a quieter life away from the public eye when not performing. He is known for his humility and his genuine kindness, which have endeared him to fans and fellow artists alike. Those who have worked with him describe him as a consummate professional, punctual, prepared, and respectful to everyone on set. Even in his later years, Cliff's energy and enthusiasm for music have not waned, and he continues to connect with fans around the world, reminding everyone why he remains one of the most beloved figures in British music. The enduring appeal of Cliff Richard, new albums and continued success. Cliff Richard's ability to remain relevant across multiple generations is one of the key factors behind his long-lasting appeal. In 2018, he released Rise Up, his first album of original material in nearly 14 years. The album, which reflected his enduring spirit and ability to overcome challenges, received widespread acclaim for its uplifting themes and dynamic sound. Once again, Cliff found himself climbing the UK charts, proving that he was far from being a relic of the past. He followed this success with Music, The Air That I Breathe in 2020, an album that showcased his deep connection to the songs he performed. The album further affirmed Cliff's versatility and ability to remain relevant, with fans and critics praising his performance. In 2022, he released Christmas with Cliff, a heartfelt album that captured the spirit of the holiday season while maintaining the elegance and sincerity for which he is known. Spiritual Conversations, a deep connection beyond music. Despite their differing religious beliefs, Cliff and George shared a deep mutual respect for each other's spirituality. Cliff's faith was rooted in Christianity, while George explored Hinduism and Eastern philosophy. Their conversations about God were profound and reflective, often with no debate, just mutual understanding. "All paths lead to the same place if your heart is right," George once told Cliff, a sentiment that stuck with him. Cliff admired George's journey, acknowledging that while their beliefs may have differed, their shared desire for peace, love, and truth was the same. These discussions became some of the most meaningful moments of Cliff's life. Their connection transcended fame, and Cliff realized that they were both seeking the same thing: inner peace and spiritual fulfillment, though through different means. The impact of George Harrison on Cliff Richard's music. As their friendship deepened, George's influence on Cliff's music grew. George's spiritual exploration and his musical experiments with the sitar and Indian sounds inspired Cliff to infuse more personal and spiritual meaning into his own work. Cliff remembered one evening when George played the sitar for a small gathering, a moment that left a lasting impression on him. "It wasn't about performance," Cliff said. "It was about emotion. He was expressing something deep and real." After George's untimely death in 2001, Cliff admitted that the loss hit him harder than he expected. Though they had not seen each other frequently, George's presence in his life had been significant. Cliff not only admired George as a musician, but also as a man who remained true to his spiritual beliefs despite the overwhelming fame of the Beatles. A timeless connection. Cliff Richard's enduring tribute to George Harrison. Now in his twilight years, Cliff Richard continues to look back on his friendship with George Harrison with profound gratitude. "We were two very different souls walking the same road," he said, his voice filled with emotion. "I'll always be grateful for that connection." For Cliff, the bond they shared stands as a testament to the power of music, faith, and human connection. Their friendship transcended the boundaries of fame, music, and religion, highlighting the shared journey of two men who sought harmony in their souls. Cliff's reflections on George Harrison serve as a poignant tribute to a friendship that continues to resonate in the hearts of music fans around the world. Through their bond, both artists demonstrated that the true essence of music lies not in the charts, but in the heart and soul of those who create it.